Hi there, hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to another video where we talk about the upcoming basketball shoes. We should have a ton of great releases, new colorways that are very tempting. And if you're like me who took 3 outs on the same day with the Kobe's this month, well, we get 2 more chances in May. So let's sit back, relax, take a look at some of these amazing shoes dropping soon. And you already know, a lot of these shoes are dropping. You will be seeing them on this channel. So please consider hitting that subscribe button if you haven't. Drop a like if you enjoyed this video. I would greatly appreciate it. Should be a loaded month as far as content goes. And you'll see why. My top 10 list this year is already getting way too crowded. Okay, we'll get the releases from Chinese brands out of the way first. Some of these have just went live on their sites. I think some good ones will be the Wave 10 Hall of Fame, most likely the last pair of 10s to release before the 11 comes out. And the colorway itself is fantastic. A nice and subtle brown with some elegant details, celebrating D-Wade's induction into the Hall of Fame last year. And their new Flash just got another 2 colorways called Aurora and Zen. Aurora is actually completely sold out as we speak on their official site, but they will be restocking it probably around the end of the month, I believe. The Son of Flash is also coming back soon. So like the AE1 Low, I'm just telling you, be prepared, especially if you missed out previously. The white pair is just so good. From Anta, the Kai 1 is finally becoming a little easier to get, or more accessible at least. So I didn't have to pay resale for my pair. They did like a playoff pack, and there's gonna be plenty of new versions to come on the new Kyrie shoe. And then 361 Degrees has delivered a banger. So their DVD 2, Big 3 Future, these are already excellent performers. But the Big 3 5.0 Quick Pro, they're putting out some beautiful colorways. Most of them are like a solid color throughout. I again think white makes it extremely clean. Anyways, release dates for these can really differ based on your location. So these are more like a reminder, I guess, especially because based on my personal experience playing in them, those all perform really well on the court. On May 1st, a packed first day, of course, as always. We'll jump right into arguably the best release of the entire month. And that is, of course, the Kobe A Protro Mambacita. You might ask, why on this date? May 1st is Gigi's birthday, so her name and jersey number 2 are printed on the heel. They're bringing this one out with butterflies on the upper, black and white with some gold accents, continuing the theme. Compared to all the Kobe A Protros that have released, this one wins, in my opinion. All white is super clean, obviously. The emerald and core purple, I thought the design was a little lackluster. Venice Beach is dope, but not all people feel the connection to it, I feel like. See, I'm really just salty. So I'm like planting excuses or trying to justify paying resale this time, because I really want that Mambacita pair. While we're here, can I just ask, did anyone win a raffle or something for any of the 3 that dropped this past month? I mean, I'm just curious. I think somehow Italian Camo was the hardest one to get. They probably fed resellers a little bit more on that one. And also feel free to just brag about it in the comments. Good luck to everybody on this month's Kobe's. There's another really good and meaningful one at the end of the month. Still on the 1st, LeBrons are getting a multicolor treatment. Now I'm probably going for this one. It's kind of like a What The colorway, the first mismatching one on the 21. And it's on the new version too, with the new upper. So far from how they felt in hand, I can see that the new version might be the most ideal version, performance-wise. Reduced weight and no weird folding. That includes the cool gray and Easter, the silver one and pink one basically. Again, you can always be patient and wait for good sales later on. Same day still, May 1st is just absolutely packed. Some of these can be pushed back to a later date, but for now, we'll just quickly go through these ones that are set to release on the 1st. There's gonna be another Ja 1, Iron Gray, or Personal Touch is what they named it. LeBron Next Gen Amped is getting a red suede, basically all red colorway, and it really adds a premium feeling to the shoe, because the key difference with the Amped version is reflected in its material. From Adidas, we're getting the Blue Harden Volume 8. Blue Fusion is the name. The foam carrier part is more of a cream than a white color. Just pointing that out. I'm good with the Hardens for now. Very happy with how they go on feet. Second day of the month. This one is nothing crazy, but I think this might be the best colorway on the Luka 2, especially after seeing it in person. and that is the Jordan Luka 2 Bright Mango. Somehow it kind of reminds me of the Kobe 6 Barcelona. On the Kobe 9 and Kobe 11, they did a bright mango colorway too. The black TPU clip goes really well on the Luka 2. It almost creates like a sports car style with the stripes. Now I can see why his next model, the Luka 3, is inspired by his car. I mean, the silhouette has some great potential, and this newest one really maximizes the potential. It's got a translucent outsole, by the way. Next day, on May 3rd, this one is going to be very underrated, I feel like. So Nike recently unveiled a new logo for Victor Wembanyama, and his alien logo is on the new GT Hustle 2. Of course, they matched it perfectly with a predominantly black base and some touches of green for that outer space or futuristic look, going all out with the alien theme. Wemby has played in the GT Hustle 2 most of the times this season. The shoe itself is a rare one that fits well for wide feet from Nike. I think this is going to turn out looking great on the court. Also on this date, remember the new upper on the LeBron 21 that we just talked about? They're giving it an all red edition too. Not bad at all if you were to ask me. Will I get it for the full $200 retail? Probably not. 2 Puma releases. Here in Canada, they might be dropping on the 3rd, but I'm not sure about other places. Regardless, you should be seeing these 2 sometime in May. Scoot Zeros in a gray colorway. Yeah, it's alright. Performance is meh, but I do really like how the gray turns out on the shoe. All Pro Nitro RJ Barrett PE. So similar to the Marcus Smart PE, it is getting a public release. And I mentioned it not because I live in Toronto, but because it has a translucent outsole. All Pro Nitro with a translucent outsole gives you top tier traction. All Pro Nitro in a solid rubber outsole might even be below average, especially on dusty courts. Just leaving it out there once again. But I know however many times I say it, there's gonna be people. Anyways, so this one is translucent. Good to go. Now, I don't know if you've seen my recent video on it, but my personal favorite hoop shoe this year is finally getting its best colorway, and that is the Tatum 2 Easter, dropping on May 9th. Obviously, this date is also subject to changes as we go. Easter was like a month ago. Who knows? It could get delayed once again. I like the pastel color combination. Tatum wore these during the All-Star game. That immediately changed my opinion on how they look. Performance-wise, this is a shoe that works perfectly fine for my flat feet. Sure, it might not pack a powerful punch in terms of cushion, traction and all that, but I was getting some PG6 flashbacks because it just gets the job done without causing too much foot pain or soreness over a long sesh. They recently dropped a neon colorway too, which is also nice, but I definitely like the Easter one more. Here's a brand new model, brand new signature shoe, and that is the Puma Stewie 3 releasing on the 14th. Like, I think it's not just me, right? Their basketball shoes all look the same, all feel the same, perform in a similar way too. Is that good or bad? I'll let you be the judge, because it is fairly consistent, but really redundant. I really don't know what else I can say about this. Here's a new Breanna Stewart shoe, $125. Before we get to the final release, I am pretty sure we will be seeing the KD 17 in May. It was supposed to be April, but they waited until now that KD is eliminated from the playoffs. We know what the launch colorway is. There's another penny-inspired take on the new model, releasing on the 24th. We have yet to see official images for that one, but it's basically like an Orlando Magic color combination. They also made a producer pack with 3 different collabs this time. I just want to say, like, every year the KDs seem to have gotten wider from the leaks or images, but that's usually not the case as they turn out on feet. Like these ones from a top-down view, they look pretty spacious inside, no? I don't know, we'll see. Speaking of KDs, they're carrying on with the KD 4 retros, and this month they're bringing back another classic, which is the Weatherman colorway. This was a grail for a lot of hoopers. Galaxy might be the most iconic. This one is right up there with it. Later on, his one soulmate Kyrie had shoes that paid tribute to the Weatherman colorway, like on the Kyrie 7. So it is coming back on May 21st for $130 US. And another shoe that I have to mention, I'm sure you've already seen this, from the man that swept KD in the first round, that is the AE1 low. So I said in the March video, be prepared to see a low top soon, and Adidas introduced a low at the start of the playoffs. In game 4, Anthony Edwards rolled his ankle, so it was hurting out there, and he immediately switched back to the regular AE1 from the low top. Does that give us any concerns with the ankle protection on the low top? Maybe. And from the exposed part on the heel, you can see that it says light boost. And apparently that's what Adidas is going with on a lot of their upcoming hoop shoes. So you can expect a lighter build and slightly different cushion with no sock color this time. He's been rocking the pink or peach pair, which should be the launch colorway. There's been a bunch of AI generated photos on social media, but I think this MX gray is confirmed. No official date yet, they just said summer 2024. My guess is end of May or early to mid-June. Shouldn't be that far away. Wrapping up the month, maybe saving the best for last. On the 31st, we should be getting a Kobe 4 Protro in the brand new Girl Dad colorway. This has like an entirely suede or nubuck upper. The shiny heel clip is a highlight. Otherwise, it uses what they call biocoastal on the color description. Let's just say seafoam, if that gives you a better sense of the type of green that goes on there. Very simple, but stylish. From the early on-feet photos, they look amazing to me. So last month we had 3 Kobe's. This month we're getting 2. Hopefully this trend continues for the rest of the year. I have a feeling that I'm gonna hit for this Kobe 4. Yep. So that's about it for the upcoming releases in May. We're getting closer and closer to Kobe's for retail. This month's Kobe's are both very meaningful. They're bringing back the KD4 in another classic. AE1 low is a must cop whenever they come out. Puma needs to change things up. Chinese brands like Anta, 361, Li Ning, and Wade continue to deliver good releases as well. If you think I missed out on any other good releases, please add to it down below. As always, I'd love to hear which basketball shoes you're most excited for in the comments. It's gonna be another packed month, I think. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.